In shape, 145.
Yeah.
In shape. You know what I mean? So this is different from a Crawford coming up to 168, but we know his walk around weight is probably 170, 180.
Tank Davis, only shortcoming, pun intended, is his height. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. But as you can see here, he's working on his versatility.
Terence Crawford reportedly stopped by Gervonta Tank Davis's camp ahead of his showdown with Jake Paul, and the energy was all respect and strategy. Sources say the two champions traded techniques, shared fight IQ, and discussed how to outthink opponents. Crawford praised Tank's discipline and natural talent, even saying that if Davis ever wanted to face him someday, he'd welcome it, not out of ego, but out of love for the sport.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow,
man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Tank Davis seems to be studying from Crawford's playbook, the same one that stunned fans during Crawford's prep for Canelo. Crawford's secret? Fluid stance switches, balance control, and unpredictable rhythm. Now, Tank's training clips show the same evolution: sharper footwork, new angles, and mid-combination stance changes. Observers say he's blending Crawford's style with inspiration from Jaron Boots Ennis, a master of both stances. This could be Tank's secret weapon to shock Jake Paul.
Right. This is scary. Gervonta Tank Davis is working on his versatility. We already know he has that ultimate equalizer, that special God-gifted one-punch knockout power. But he also can box. Gervonta Tank Davis, he's very durable, has a chin, never seen him visibly hurt. Gervonta Tank Davis also has great footwork and foot placement. And here you see Gervonta Tank Davis' only shortcoming, pun intended, is his height. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. But as you can see here, he's working on his versatility. He's now working on fighting orthodox. He's naturally a southpaw. Now he's working on fighting orthodox. Great switch hitters, no Diddy in the sport of
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult says this fight can't be a friendly spar. Fans expect real action, not a slow, careful show. He warned that if Tank and Jake go easy on each other, it could ruin both their reputations overnight. With massive fan bases hungry for drama and knockouts, there's no room for safety mode. If they don't deliver intensity, the hype dies instantly, and so does fan interest.
Career ending. It could be career ending. Jake Paul can end his whole shit. That's the black. Tank can end Jake Paul's whole shit. And if that fight is meh, and it's just a sparring session that's tit for tat, their shit's over. Because people gonna be pissed that it's exactly what they expected it to be. They can't do that. If they do, their career's ruined. Jake Paul's career's ruined, and Tank. If they make it meh and just touch, both their brands suck. That's the black two sugars. You mess around in that bell ring, and you see little Tank, and you see big Jake, and he's throwing a jab, and little Tank making a miss, and bam! And y'all gonna be like, whoa! Say I'm lying. Y'all know what? Yes, say I'm lying. Please say I'm lying. But y'all gonna be right there, cheering. Because you ain't never seen nothing that damn bizarre. Even Even De La Hoya versus Shaq had headgear, and Shaq ain't a boxer. That right there, fireworks. Because you're going to be holding your breath, especially Tank fans. I'm going to be like, don't hit Tank. You're going to see Tank little ass legs. He's going to and big ass Jake, big legs and big ass head. Watch. Y'all talk all that shit now because y'all love talking shit. Y'all love hating on things until you see it. Like women back in the 90s. I remember my sisters back in the 90s. You ain't that cute. You ain't, but all on your shit. That's what y'all do. Y'all talk shit, but y'all the first ones there.
Keith Thurman broke down a strange truth about Tank's haters. They're also his biggest supporters. The same critics who bash his fights never miss a single one. They claim he's overrated, yet tune in every time. Thurman said that kind of attention, even negative, only boosts Tank's fame. Every insult, every complaint, it all keeps Davis in the spotlight, making him an even bigger name in the sport.
If you're really not happy with Tank, first off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, you know? If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul's show there, you know, because that's all for entertainment. What is it? For entertainment purposes only, right? It's just say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids. You know, sometimes.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, you know? So, it's money-making purposes only, you know? It is what it is.
When Claressa Shields said Tank's next move should be against Shakur Stevenson, he didn't take it lightly. Tank fired back, saying no one tells him who to fight. Fans should just be fans. That attitude comes from frustration. After his draw with Lamont Roach, even loyal fans turned on him online. Now he's done trying to please anyone. Tank's message is clear. He fights for himself, not for approval.
And it says that, pretty much the only people that can beat him is Shakur Stevenson. And I don't know who else he said. She thought that at a point in time that Devin Haney could beat him, but now she doesn't believe that. But so really the only fight that there is for Gervonta Davis is Shakur. What a mighty, mighty convenient argument. And Gervonta Davis responded, and basically his response was, "Come on, girl, stop talking about me so much because you're making me feel like I'm special." Right? So he pretty much just, kind of blows it off. But I really think that there's something much deeper going on here, and it is that this. And I said it again. I said it in another video. I'll say it in this one. The Bud Buddies. The Bud Buddies are a crew of boxers that all hang around and worship Terence Bud Crawford. And the main two members of it, besides the people that are actually in Terence Crawford's camp, as fighters are Shakur Stevenson and Claressa Shields, without a doubt. Claressa Shields is a huge backer of Terence and a huge backer of Shakur Stevenson. At the end of the day, the only thing she really cares about is what's in the best interest of Shakur Stevenson. And anything and everything she say is angled that way to get Gervonta Davis to do something that Shakur Stevenson wants him to do, which is really do all the hard work and then be there for Shakur Stevenson to become a star at the end of it. I'm telling you, man, I believe that to the bottom of my soul, that is the same plan that Terence Crawford ran on Errol Spence Jr.
The Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis matchup breaks boxing tradition entirely. Experts say it's more spectacle than sport, an event living between competition and entertainment. Usually, exhibition fights involve veterans past their prime, like Mayweather's recent shows. But here, both men are active, skilled, and in their prime. That's what makes this fight so unusual, a mix of real danger and viral drama that no one can fully predict.
Fights like this, with fighters pretty much in their prime, But other than the size mismatch, most people are wondering why has Tank taken this fight, and those were the first questions targeted to Tank in this presser. Because usually these sorts of bouts are relegated to the latter part of your career. And for most Gervonta Davis supporters, they thought they would get the big fights next, the Shakurs. They didn't think he would be fighting Jake Paul. Although Tank tried to push it off as fans should just be happy watching the sport and hey, haters will be haters, I think that's quite unfair to the people who have been loyal supporters of him and honestly have paid his bills. He tried to compare the level of criticism he gets to the likes of Mayweather, but the difference is with his mentor Floyd, he really did fight a lot of champs in their prime. Has Tank? Well, not really. The most notable fight he's recently had that the people actually wanted was the Ryan Garcia fight, and the only reason he took that fight was because everything was on his terms. And other than the Ryan fight over the last couple years, it's either been people who aren't in his weight division, which he's pulling up, or fighters ranked in the lower half of the top 10 lightweight list. The fights people have truly wanted to see just have never materialized, and simply that's why people criticize him. If the likes of Crawford never fought Spence or Usyk never fought Fury or Joshua, they would have caught the same level of flack. The reason why fighters like them are applauded is because generally they take on whatever challenge is in front of them. Tank instead, his whole career has bobbed and weaved around the most significant challenges that the people actually want to see, unless he has everything his